Hi everybody. I know it's late, but I thought that for our last project we could dye some Easter eggs. It's a nice model, it's quick to render. This took me 36 seconds right here. My sample settings are a little low, but the important thing for us is going to be the material options that we're using. Now, the fun thing with this is that I'm actually only using 3 different materials to generate this render, but I've introduced some randomness into them so I can get a wide variety of results. So that's what we'll be doing. The other thing is that I'm not using any image files. All of my shaders are being generated procedurally. All the techniques we're going to be doing could also be done using image files, but this is going to walk you through all of the nodes that you have available when you're doing shader writing. If I take a quick look at this file, what I've got is I've got these egg models. Most of them are on a layer. This one is not. This is going to be our tester egg. There's also this ground plane, and if I turn that off, you'll see that I've got an HDRI. The HDRI is one that I downloaded from a website called HDRI Haven. HDRI Haven will provide you with a complete list of full HDRIs that will actually provide lighting for you. So when I render this scene, I will have accurate lighting for this environment. I did that entirely so that I could get reflections that are fairly accurate, and also because it's the quickest way for me to do lighting. So that's the scene. The other thing that I want to introduce to you before we get started is the Hypershade window. I'm not sure whether or not you've used the Hypershade window before. If you haven't, you can open it either by going to Windows, Rendering Editors, Render Settings, or by clicking this little blue button here with the white dot on it. The Hypershade window contains all of the materials active in your scene. It has these tabs where you can walk through different graphs. In the graphs, what I have is the material that I'm using, utility nodes that create adjustments to my textures, and then I've got textures. In place of a file node, I'm using a fractal, which is a black and white mathematically generated pattern, a noise node, which is the same, and a ramp node, which is one of Maya's gradients. We'll be walking through how to create all of these, how to set up the Hypershade, and how to generate a reasonably nice output without having to leave Maya at all. In the next video, I will continue with the idea of setting up the Hypershade, and I will start making my first egg texture.